I want to make a statement, and a statement is somebody who spent at least half a century in the conservative constitutionalist movement. The three great conservative constitutionalist presidents in the last century, Calvin Coolidge, Ronald Reagan, and Donald Trump. And Donald Trump has the potential to be the greatest of the three. And I want to give you a little bit of my background for those of you who don't know. I don't just come on here because I have a TV show. I come on here because I have decades of experience in the conservative movement, in the constitutionalist movement, in the liberty movement. And I want you to know that with my background, that when I say that Donald Trump has the potential of being the greatest conservative president in the last century, I mean it. 1976 and 80, I worked in the Reagan primaries. 1980, I worked in the Reagan general campaign. I spent 8 years in top executive positions in the Reagan administration, including Chief of Staff of the Department of Justice and Deputy Solicitor of the Department of Interior, as well as a stint at the White House. I have one of the largest syndicated radio shows that I've had for nearly 25 years on the planet, with millions and millions of listeners on AM and FM terrestrial radio, through podcasts, through YouTube, through Sirius satellite, and so forth and so on. That's thanks to you. And of course, on Fox, when we're not dealing with football like tonight, and this will be the end of it, we have the #1 primetime evening weekend program. We're very proud of it. I'm very proud to be here. I'm trying to provide you with some of my credentials. So when I tell you that Donald Trump is one of the most conservative and has the potential to be the most conservative president this entire century, I know what I'm talking about. He's consequential, he's historic, he's iconic. The things he did in his first term and the things he's doing now right out of the chute, we've never seen anything like this. What else has Donald Trump done? Look at this. He's taken the most extensive steps right out of the box to deal with the border, as he did in his first term. The establishment of a physical wall and other barriers at the U.S. borders, he's going to complete it, deterring and preventing the entry of undocumented individuals into the United States. This is what he's announced and implementing within literally 24 hours of taking the oath. Now, what else has he done? He's involved in the biggest deportation of illegal aliens since Dwight Eisenhower. Dwight Eisenhower. What about the federal bureaucracy? Trump is doing things now no president has ever done, right out of the box. This is the Hill. The president signed orders mostly aimed at the federal government workforce, targeting some of former President Biden's executive orders in an effort to undo them. What else makes him one of the great conservative presidents right now? Taxes. President Trump, in the past, his tax cuts, the biggest gross tax cuts in American history, over $5.5 trillion over 10 years. He cut the corporate tax rate from 35 to 21%, the largest percentage point reduction of the top marginal rate in history. And now he wants to cut 21 to 15% for companies in America and locating in America. Why? To massively increase economic growth, prosperity, jobs. So what did Trump do? Ending Biden's policies of climate extremism, streamlining permitting, reviewing for rescission all regulations that impose undue burdens on energy production and use, including mining and processing of non-fuel materials, energy actions empower consumer choice in vehicles, he pointed out, shower heads, toilets, washing machines, light bulbs, and dishwashers. No more of the government meddling in your bathroom, your bedroom, your home, and your cars. He declared an emergency, use all necessary resources to build critical infrastructure, whether it's the electrical grid, whether it's pipelines, whatever it is. What else? Donald Trump is the most pro-life president in American history. And he's the most pro-American culture president in American history, I would argue. What else has he done? He's eliminated DEI throughout the federal bureaucracy, which is a radical leftist attack on a colorblind, merit-based society. He's eliminated the transgender agenda that was enshrined by Biden in the bureaucracy. He was protecting women's sports under the Civil Rights Act, Title IX. And he's made it clear that he follows science. Men are men and women are women. And no amount of legislation, no amount of complaining, no amount of bumper stickers can change that fact. He's pro-cop. He's pro-military. He's pro-American sovereignty. He's pro-family. He's pro-parents. He's pro-school choice. I'm telling you, which is why I burdened you with some of my background, some of my history. I'm telling you that Donald Trump is not only one of the most consequential, historic, and iconic figures already to serve as President of the United States, you may well be looking at the most conservative, constitutionalist president. It's just a matter of time, I feel. Just a matter of time.